parameter. So, if I'm trying to treat someone with these parameters off on the left, on 25 at the top, if I'm trying to get that, what I say? I said intensity, rate, width, and mode. All right, so I'm trying to treat acute pain, we'll say acute edema with a lot of pain, if you want to look at it that way. Muscle spasm with a lot of pain, we'll say it that way. Wound healing, and peripheral nerve disorder. Okay. What would be the intensity that I would want for acute pain? Sensory. And then the pulse rate. Pulse rate for acute pain. Now remember, I want tingling. 100. I want a buzz. And then the pulse width. Do I want a high pulse width because I want movement, or do I want a low pulse width?
Like 80?
50. Now, if I put it this way, if I set the machine on a pulse width,
What's the figure again?
25. If I set the machine on a pulse rate of 50 and a pulse width of a pulse rate of 100 and a pulse width of 50, I'm going to get tingling. If I set it on a pulse rate of 100 and a pulse width of 200, but I'm also going to get what though? Twitch, motion, movement. All right, now I don't want that with acute pain. So with acute pain, I want a pulse rate of 100 and I want a pulse width of 50. So the lowest pulse width that we'll probably use is 50. The highest pulse width that we'll probably use is 200, 250, maybe even 300. So if I say that I want acute pain protocol, I want a low pulse width and a high pulse rate to get tingling. So low pulse width, no movement, high pulse rate, buzz, tingling. All right? What mode do I want? Reciprocate for acute pain. Y'all agree? Continuous. So for acute pain, looking at 25 on the left, edema, we'll say that's acute edema, or the person has an 8 out of 10 pain. A muscle spasm, let's say in the upper traps, and it's a lot of pain. Wound healing, peripheral nerve disorders, that's the parameters that we want. All right. If we get a twitch, if we want twitch, all right, let's go with twitch. What should the intensity be? Motor, good. Pulse rate, if we want a twitch. All right, let me go back. Pulse width, if we want a twitch. 200, good. All right, now, if I'm going to do a twitch, what is a twitch? So what's the pulse rate? About 2 to 4 pulses per second. Twitch. If I do this a whole lot, that's 50. If I do it a whole lot, it's 100. So the twitch would take care of chronic pain, 50, which is 2 to 4 pulses per second. 50 would take care of motor movement with no fatigue. 100 would take care of motor movement with fatigue. So the pulses per second is going to control what they feel. So if I have 200 pulse width, we know that's going to move it. If I'm getting a twitch, it has to be low pulse rate. That's a twitch. That's a twitch, pulse rate. If I keep doing this, now I'm getting, because I'm in the second column, I'm in motor, because I turned it up to 50. If I turn it up to 100, it's still moving, but the muscle gonna get tired fast. Okay. All right, so muscle spasm, muscle weakness, re-education, pretty much some of the same parameters. However, let's go with muscle spasm motor protocol versus muscle weakness or re-education motor protocol. What will be the intensity for muscle spasm and muscle weakness? Motor. What would be the pulse width for muscle spasm and muscle weakness? 200 for both. What will be the pulse rate for muscle spasm? 100. What would be the pulse rate for weakness? 50. I don't want to fatigue it. What will be the mode for weakness?
Motor. I mean,
Uh-oh.
Oh, motor.
Uh-oh. Ooh, Jesus.
Weakness. It's weak. It was weak. You want to create some
Hallelujah,
movement.
Jesus.
The mode for weakness.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
I was like,
Continuous surge. It depends on the muscle.
exactly,
Okay.
that's what I was.
But so you should have said at least one of these. But saying something else, you know, y'all wasn't even in the boat. All right, so if I'm doing, let's do a comparison. Okay, bicep spasm.
Are you sitting here, Juju?
Bicep spasm versus tricep weakness.
I asked you, you did not answer me.
Intensity, bicep spasm.
Motor.
Motor. Intensity, tricep weakness.
Motor.
Motor. Pulse rate. No, I'm gonna switch it. Pulse width. Bicep spasm. 250. Pulse width. Tricep weakness. 250. Or 200. Fine. Pulse rate. So far they're the same?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Pulse rate. Bicep spasm. 100. Tricep weakness. 50. Uh-oh.
Why is that happening?
Okay, because we want 100 to fatigue the muscle. If we do a low pulse rate, we won't fatigue and make the muscle tired. Mode. Spasm, bicep.
No, reciprocal. Reciprocal. No, continuous. To beat it up.
Tricep weakness mode.
Reciprocal.
Yes.
Or surge. Surge, one motion, one
So what's the difference in these two? Pulse rate
and the mode.
and the mode makes the difference. That's the difference.